Hi, this is Jennifer Zwiebel, founder of A Place of Joy, inspired organizing systems and strategies for entrepreneurs. www.aplaceofjoy.com. Welcome to part 3 of our 3-part video series on how to get your stuff done. We've already talked about how really so many people are in the nasty cycle of frustration, overwhelm, and paralysis when it comes to clutter, especially when it comes to clutter in your business. And when we talked about in the first video was clutter that shows up in your space, clutter that shows up in your time, and clutter that shows up in your mind. We talked about creating an awareness of that clutter so that you could start moving through it in a way that you've never done before. Part 2 of our video series took us into a deeper level so that we can understand why these things were showing up in your life so that you can then create a solution. Unless you understand why this clutter is showing up for you specifically, how your mind is working, how your time is working, how your space is working, you can't create a solution that makes sense. So what we're up to now is creating the solution. You figured out why it's going on, you figured out what it's costing you, which in terms of your business is a lot of time and energy and money, and now it's time to figure out the solution. I'm here to offer you 3 really essential steps that you need in order to create your inspired solution. Part 1 is a plan. You need to be super clear about what your vision is, what you want to accomplish, and how you can realistically accomplish it. Part number 2 are tools, information and tools that you need, again, specific for the way your mind works and for what your actual situation is. And part number 3 is support. It's just essential. I mean, I have had so many people supporting me along the way as I create solutions in my life and business and space, and I've seen what it does for the people around me when they have the right kind of support around them. And it can show up in a lot of different ways, and I want to go through all 3 of these steps a little bit in more detail with you right now so you can take this forward and create your inspired solution. So number 1, having a plan. A lot of people come to me and they know that the job is huge. And very often these jobs are huge. It's a lifetime worth of stuff that's accumulated, systems that aren't working, and habits that have taken hold over the last many years. The job is to first come up with a plan that makes sense for the amount of time that you have, for the things that are specifically going on for you, and what you want to accomplish. So do you have a vision? Do you have a vision of what you'd like to see? Unless you know where you're going, it's going to be really hard to get there. And are you being realistic about what you have to accomplish and how long it's going to take? If you think that you can get through an entire desk in 2 hours, you're most likely going to disappoint yourself and get frustrated and quit after 2 hours with much more of a mess than you had before. So coming up with a plan that makes sense, that's logical and realistic, is essential. That's step number 1. Step number 2, tools and information. One of the major reasons why people have so much clutter is they simply don't know what to do with it. They literally do not know what papers they can keep and what they can toss. I get the question over and over again, and there are so many resources out there that will tell you what you need to know. So you want to gather the information and gather the tools before you start your organizing. You don't want to set aside time to do organizing and then realize you have no idea what to keep, or you hit a roadblock and you don't know how to get past it. Okay, so there's the physical organizing information and tools. There's also the mental organization and tools. There are the pieces of your beliefs, of your mindset, of the things that stop you in your tracks every time. You want to have a new way to handle them so that you do not have to get stuck and paralyzed and quit. Okay, you really want this to be different, so arm yourself with the right tools. And number 3, support. I can't tell you how, I don't need to tell you how, you might know this already, how distressing it is and frustrating and how easy it is to quit when you think you're the only one in the world struggling with this, when you feel terrible or ashamed to let people into your space or to tell them what's going on in your business because you feel like you must be the only one with this mess, with this pile, with this stress. You're not alone. You're so not alone. So knowing that other people are experiencing it is huge. Being able to experience it with them and share with them is even huger. You're not alone. Find yourself a community of people. Find yourself a buddy. Find yourself, even better, a community that you can be a part of as you create support for each other and ways to hold each other accountable or provide structure so that you're getting this done and you're not getting it done alone. You're getting it done in company. People who can commiserate with you and offer you support and guidance and really good ideas and cheer you on when you have your successes. So have a plan, get your tools and information in place, and create support. Those are 3 essential elements for moving forward. I know that I've done it myself by cobbling things together over the past several years. And what I finally did for my clients was actually put together a program that would pull all those elements together. I saw so many people in my workshops who would do great work and then things would fall apart when the workshop ended. I knew it wasn't good enough. I knew there needed to be more continuity. So I created my Inspired Organizing Intensive. It's an incredibly powerful system that has you become a part of a community that has direct contact with me, leading you through this process. So I've given you a lot of steps over these videos that you absolutely should be implementing yourself. If you feel like you've tried things in the past and you know you really work best with support, I would love to tell you more about this and welcome you into the community of A Place of Joy. This particular intensive is basically a program that includes a group of fantastic people who are open, who are inspiring themselves, and who are ready to create change in their lives starting now. They're willing to look at both the outer and inner layers of clutter and what's going on for them, and to do what it takes to make change. I send you an entire toolkit, which includes Paper Revolution, which is my paper kit for how to deal with paper in a way that you've never dealt with before, so you can do it once and for all, and my powerful tool called Open the Door, which is really about the mindset, stopping the patterns that are keeping you stuck and taking you into the next realm of really creating what you want in your life. So you've got the tools. We then have a group call to go over all of the tools. We go over them and you can ask your questions live. So we then create a plan for you. We take your specific situation, answer your questions, and set you up with a realistic, really appropriate way to start actually getting through your process in a way that you've never done before. After the group call, you have some more time to do prep work, and then that leads right into our full day organizing intensive. It's a Sunday, all day long. You are in your own space, and we have 6 live calls that we take you throughout the day. I lead these calls. I am teaching, I am guiding you, but best of all, we're identifying the blocks as they come up. Literally during the day, you ask me your questions as you're hitting those roadblocks. You'll be able to get the solutions in real time so that the next hour will be a productive hour, not a quitting hour. You'll be able to get solutions going that you've never been able to get to before because we're doing it all together. And one of my favorite parts is the fact that we're all on the call together. You have people chiming in from all over the country and really being a part of this together and sharing their stories and commiserating and cheering you on and offering their suggestions. It's an incredible experience. It's also a joyful experience because it's coming from me in a place of joy. It includes lots of great music, and it includes chocolate. So for those of you who need that to get through the day, that's included as well. And then it includes a follow-up call, because once you've gotten through this process, we want to have next steps in place for you so that you know what your next steps are specifically. So what you get is a private call with me. It's a half-hour call so that we see what went on for you during your organizing intensive, what results you got, and what your next steps are. It's an incredible package. It's an incredible opportunity to be a part of something with other people and to change what you've been doing and to do it in a way that you've never done it before. So I love it. I love my program, my Inspired Organizing Intensive. We'd love to have you be a part of it. If you would like to find out more information, go to www.inspiredorganizingintensive.com. If you have a question about whether this is a good fit for you, just contact me directly. You can get to me through the website. Again, www.inspiredorganizingintensive.com. I'd absolutely love to talk to you about it and have you be a part of this process. Let this be the first day that things can actually be different. So it's Jennifer Zwiebel at A Place of Joy, and may all of your organizing be inspired.